What's going on, guys? So since I saw you last, I have been out here working a little bit. Stuff that I've videoed before and it's not worth videoing again. Started doing the body work. I showed you this cab corner, but we went ahead and got started on this. It's not completely done. There's a couple areas that'll need some touch up. But otherwise, it turned out really good. I did the gas filler. And just cleaned up some of these areas. So overall, I'm happy with where it is. We'll do a little bit of prep work before we get it ready for paint. I'm painting this truck. It's staying gold. I've been getting that question a lot. You know, what color are you painting it? It's staying gold. There's no question. So, what we're gonna do next is get this off of there. We're gonna work on this section here. So this pinch weld, this is all gonna have to come out, and when I feel through here, it's not great all the way through. We're gonna see exactly where we need to go. I have patch panels for this, and it's this entire section. But obviously we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do like from here to here. And then on the inside, the back of the floor, there is this section that we're gonna do. And to do that, these patch panels in the back corners, which I had to do on both sides of them, it came with, it's a big section. And the scrap from it is this. So we're gonna use this piece, all of that right there. So we'll cut out what we can. Obviously we can only have this much to work with, so we have pretty much from here to here, and then we'll neutralize the rest with the rust reformer. So let's get going on this. All right, first little roadblock. So when we come to the back of the cab, we have the floor, but then we have the rear cab support. Now this has surface rust on it, but it's very, very solid. So I would imagine water came in through this window, dripped back behind the seat or the gas tank, and just sat on top of here. And that's why that rusted. Now what happens is after it rusted enough, it would put a hole through, which it did. And why is this solid but this is not? The reason is there are the cab mounting holes as well as just drainage holes throughout here. So you can see around that hole, there's a little bit more rust. Same thing here. But then also what happens is when you're driving and there's water sitting in there, it runs down to either side of the cab supports, which is likely why those are just completely gone. So I don't have this to replace, and so I'm not going to. This doesn't necessarily want to separate, and I'm afraid because there is a little bit of rust on that, that if I try and use a seam splitter, that I'm going to end up damaging this, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So a little bit of a curveball, a little bit of a change of plan, and definitely not what I was anticipating. But let's get this done. Camera died before wrapping up last night, but started to get this done. Let's get that finished up. All right, we'll just put another coat of filler on there. That's gonna dry. It's a little colder today, so it's been drying a little bit, or curing a little bit slower, and it's time to go in for dinner. So I'm gonna call this a night. Obviously, some finished work to do left on this, but pretty straightforward. Having that patch panel makes this tremendously easier. And again, that's from Kaminski Chassis Fab, which is fun because that's my last name. I don't know those guys. I'm not related to them in any way, shape, or form that I'm aware of. Just kind of a fun coincidence that the piece I was looking for just so happens to be made by Kaminski's. So take a look for the link in the description for that patch panel. But other than that, we'll see you guys next time. We're going to be working on the heater core delete. We'll go from there. I'll show you what this looks like finished up in that video as well. So see ya. Thanks for watching.